No, you're cool. You're cool. We're just getting going. We don't know what we're doing.
We're
Cut. Yeah. All right.
Hello, I'm Steven with Tobacco Cabana.
And I'm David. I'm a Texan, and I love cigars. This is the Roadshow. Welcome back. Another time to do another great show right here in Tobacco Cabana, Cedar Hill.
We got to start off.
We do, but I need to thank you. I mean, we're here in Tobacco Cabana again. You, Rhonda, Dave, Bob, the crew, Cedar Hill, Texas. If you guys haven't stopped by here, you need to, okay? It's a great shop. They've got pipe. This all back here is all pipe, okay?
Tobacco.
If you like pipes, they've got pipes over here on the walls, but if they want to make a blend, they can help you with that stuff. These guys know pipes. They also know cigars. But we also know that you guys are the reason why we're doing this.
Yes.
And we want to toast you guys.
The viewers.
Exactly, with our Texas toast. So I know you've got your glasses ready. I know you do. You've got something great in it. We do. Stay tuned for that because Dave and I will do a great pairing. But we want to toast you guys to good friends, good conversations, Texas toast. All right, brother. All right, boom. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers.
Yes. You guys have to watch Dave and I do the pairing on this. It is, yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Right? And this Leyenda, new Toro. I'm smoking the new Toro. What did you get?
I got the Robusto.
Robusto, okay. The new Leyenda. Micallef has got these new vitolas in the Leyenda with a Robusto and a Toro. Just outstanding. You need to stay tuned for that. But we're here now for some news, right? News. What do you got, Steven?
I got one from Punch.
Punch.
Right.
Punch.
The Knuckle Buster Habano.
Okay. All right. So Knuckle Buster's a solid stick.
Right.
What are they going to do to it?
They're going to shrink it. It's called the Chubby Little Smoke.
Chubby little smoke. Okay.
Yes. So they're shrinking the size down to a 4.5 by 60.
Oh, that's like a nub.
It's very close to that nub size. Yes. Shipping in early April, so you should be seeing it in your brick and mortars here soon. Nice price point.
Really?
They're saying about $5.40.
Wow. That's what amazes me about STG, General Cigar Company, the cigars that they're carrying, that the price points they're able to keep these at.
They're working hard to keep the prices.
Yeah. So is this the same blend?
Same blend. Yep. That same design, made in the Hatasa, Honduras factory.
Okay.
And again, just a littler cigar, which, like doing Lanceros, smaller is a little more complex, so they've probably got some really talented rollers going after this.
Even with a 60 ring gauge, but you're talking about a cigar that's about this big, and a 60 ring gauge. Yeah.
Well, probably a little bigger than that. I've smoked this Robusto.
Right, but a bigger ring gauge.
Yep. Getting that nub format, so something that you can smoke and enjoy. Probably a good 45-minute hour smoke.
I would think so. So if you guys already like the Knuckle Buster, but it's too big of a cigar for you, well, the size that they have,
yeah,
then go with this new little chubby. They're calling it a chubby?
Yeah, stubby. Habano stubby.
Habano stubby.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got a stubby cigar. Interesting. So, but we know that vitolas can change
flavors.
That can change flavors a little bit. So if you're enjoying the Knuckle Buster as it is, then try this and see if you're getting something new out of it, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah. I've got some news.
Okay.
Cohiba. Do you know that name?
I'm a little familiar with it.
I think you guys might know Cohiba, right?
Gets passed around.
The Siri M. I did a review on the Siri M when it came out. You can look for it on the channel somewhere. I can't remember how long ago it was. But I did a review on that, and it is going to be another U.S. release. Artisans that are going to be rolling it in the U.S., and it's a new size created exclusively for 2023. Okay? And it's coming out in April. A limited number of boxes made available to select retailers in the U.S. So you're not going to be able to find it everywhere. If you do, this is on the high-end expensive cigar.
It's a Cohiba.
But yes, it's a Cohiba. But what they're saying that they're doing with this cigar, it's one of those cigars I think that are going to be those celebratory, special occasion type cigars that you can definitely. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the one that I smoked. But this is a collaboration between General Cigars and the family-owned El Titon. We've mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's, again, they're using the old world techniques of doing the cigar. So we're getting more cigars that seem to be more Cuban-esque.
Yep.
This is going to have a closed foot.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I like closed foots. A double binder. Triple cap. Does that sound like something to you?
Yep.
Sound a little Cuban-esque? It does sound like. And then it's a medium to full body cigar. Okay.
That's where Cohiba hits.
And they're saying it's got plenty of depth and character and stuff, which I thoroughly enjoyed it. You can find that out there on our channel. Aged tobaccos. The cigar is enveloped in a Nicaraguan Corojo wrapper.
Seen a lot more Corojo.
The only Cohiba to bear this distinction, they're saying. Is that... I haven't smoked a lot of Cohibas.
I've smoked a few, but I don't...
But the ones that they're listing in here
Right.
is very right up my alley. The binder is Nicaraguan. The filler is comprised of hand-selected Dominican Piloto Cubano and Nicaraguan Jalapa and Esteli. Yeah. So rich, creamy, bold, layered with subtle spices. I like the subtleties.
Yeah, with the two different Nicaraguan in there, the Jalapa and the Esteli.
And they're saying like a roasted coffee bean.
See that?
That sounds great. Sean Williams, the Cohiba ambassador. Yeah. He said this brand has all the makings of a connoisseur's cigar.
I would believe that.
Yeah, exactly. It... the expertise of the El Titon de Bronze, mastery of those guys are going to be able to accentuate all those things in those tobaccos. It only comes in one size.
Okay.
With a 7-inch by 50.
Nice.
$30. That is a celebratory cigar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not an everyday smoke.
No, it's not an everyday. It'll be sold in boxes of 10s. Hopefully, maybe you can buy a single or two. Yeah. Because that's an expensive cigar.
Yeah, and a limited release.
Exactly.
5,000.
Something like that. It doesn't say, but it is limited. So, anyways, that's pretty cool, pretty exciting. All right, guys, stay tuned. Hey, y'all, welcome back to the Cigar Room. Got another great pairing. I've got the Kavanaugh Single Malt Irish Whiskey paired with a Crowned Heads Mil Diaz 1,000 Days. This has got a beautiful Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, a Nicaraguan binder, and the fillers are Nicaraguan, Peruvian, and Costa Rican. This is a medium to full body cigar with full flavor. I think this will pair nicely. I'll tell you about this. The last thing on your body to stop working when you die are your pupils. Yeah, they dilate. Stay smoky. All right, welcome back, guys. We got some more news for you. Steven, what do you got, man?
Little more about STG and the Forge Cigar Company.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So when they're in Las Vegas for the PCA, they are going to be in a combined booth.
Okay.
Or combined, really, in this case, with Alec Bradley. Forged and Alec Bradley have joined.
Right.
They're all under the umbrella of STG.
Right.
So instead of giving up the space They're going to use the Alec Bradley space that they had originally before the acquisition, and they're going to be now forged cigars.
Okay. So what are all the cigars that STG is now owners of?
Oh,
We've got La Gloria Cubana.
yeah. Well, let's start. Alec Bradley, Room 101. Those are the two recent ones.
Mm-hmm.
Partagas,
Gloria
Cubana,
Diesel,
Bolivar.
Oh,
Nice one.
yeah, I love Bolivar.
Confradia, El Rey del Mundo, and one of my favorite, Chillin' Moose.
Chillin' Moose.
Chillin' Moose.
That is,
My brother introduced me to Chillin' Moose,
yeah.
and I picked up a box. I will bring you guys a Chillin' Moose. This is a great, inexpensive cigar.
I think Dave's given us an okay on that over there.
Yeah, I'm seeing the appreciation.
Yeah, exactly.
I picked up a box of 20 when I was on a trip, and they were priced at like $4.50 a stick with the box discount. And you're going to smoke this little thing and go, what a wonderful power pack cigar. Great, relaxing flavor. So, yeah, that's it. And now there's like another Chillin' Moose. There's like 2 blends in that now.
Yeah.
Just beautiful little smoke.
Yeah, there is another moose out there. It's not chillin'. It's like, I can't remember what it is. I know I've seen it, but they've got another version of that.
Yep. There's a second release.
So that to me tells me that a lot of people like the Chillin' Moose. So then it's like, okay, let's change things up a little bit. And kind of ramp it up a little bit, maybe change it so that those that do like it, we give them a little bit of something extra.
Yep.
So interesting.
I'll bring some in.
Okay.
Had it recently at a men's retreat. Took a whole box. Everybody was smoking one, had a smile on their face.
Cool. And that's probably, I think that cigar is probably a great cigar for first-time smokers.
I would say absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
That would be a very good introductory cigar.
Okay. Well, one of the ones that you mentioned on there, del Mundo. El Rey del Mundo. Okay. This is only 114 proof, but okay. But El Rey del Mundo, you mentioned one of those. I got some news on that.
Okay.
They've got a new one coming out in April. It's a 5-pack. You've got packs around the store.
We love 5-packs.
Yeah, I think those are easy to pick up, and you go to a retailer, and you've got these humidified packs.
Yep.
Pick up a 5-pack of something, whether it's a Drew Estate or anything that you guys.
Yep.
Because Tobacco Cabana, if you didn't know that, is now a really big on the Drew Estates.
We went big with them. Had an event recently that was just absolutely fantastic.
I picked up some great sticks that day.
Oh yeah. Great giveaways.
Oh yeah. Because Drew Estates. Who's the rep for that?
Ryan Rayford.
Yes, he was here. You guys had humidors. You had cutters. You had. I got a lighter with so you picked up however many, depending on how many cigars you bought, depending on what you got, whether it was a cutter or lighter, a humidor.
Yep.
You guys had some giveaways.
We had some cigar giveaways, so that we had some of them. We had some very exclusive releases that Ryan brought to us, so that if you bought a box, you could get access to these exclusive releases and all the swag.
So we're talking about 5-packs, and El Rey del Mundo Naturals is going to be in a 5-pack. April. This is April. So look for them in your local brick and mortar. It's a Honduran-made line that launched in March of 2022. And so this is a bold, they're saying lock. That's what's great about those packs. I'm pointing right over here because right behind the camera, he's got a Drew Estates tower, and it's got 5-packs, and they're locked in humidified bags. So it's great. You grab those things and you don't have to worry about them.
No.
And you can actually keep them in there for a while.
Well, and if you've never tried something, when I go to buy a new cigar, I'm not going to buy one and done. I'm going to buy probably at least 3. One to smoke right then.
Yes.
and a couple more to age and try and see how they are in 6 months or a year.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go, I really love that. Let me get some more. But if you get a 5-pack, you've got a few more. You can hand one out to a friend.
Exactly.
A good friend.
Yes.
Good friend. And really enjoy it that way. Guys who travel come in and pick up the 5-packs all the time.
Gotcha.
It's ready to go. I don't have to worry about humidifying it.
Okay. Yeah. So, a lot of the same things that I've said about those 5-packs. I always love buying 5 cigars of one thing.
Yep.
Because I can smoke one, let some sit, and also have one extra that I can give to a friend. But these packs that they've got, the artisans at Hatza, it's in the Danley, Honduras factory. Mellow, medium to cigar.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good medium cigar. Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper. I like that. Honduran binder, Honduran and Nicaraguan fillers. Okay?
Good combination.
Yeah. Smoking experience they're saying is richly flavored, subtle notes of white pepper, surrounded by deeper notes of cedar and graham cracker. So your lighter notes.
Yeah.
Your lighter notes of cigars. And Steve Abbott, the director of marketing for STG, he said that the 5-packs that they're making are convenient for cigar lovers, like you said, truckers, things like that, to enjoy the popular Reserva Salado front mark anytime that it calls for a great cigar.
Yep.
So this is in what they're calling the Reserva Salado size, a 6x54. And for 5 cigars, $29.99.
Yeah. It's a good price point.
That's a
really
great,
is. Yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah, because when we compare, like, you buy 5 sticks or you buy a 5-pack, there's generally a good percentage savings.
Yeah, exactly. Great tip. Great news. Guys, stay tuned, okay? Today's Cigar Word is brought to you by Jerez Premium Cigars. From the locally grown tobacco to the extensive aging and fermenting process, Jerez Cigars devotes itself to providing the highest quality cigars.
All right, so thank you again for having me back. I know we've had a couple of mishaps.
Yeah, to say the least.
With this AI stuff that I'm trying out. Again, this is a new technology and it's very experimental and it can give wrong answers. You know, anyone who's used these tools know to take what it says with a grain of salt. But it does give some pretty interesting information. That's why I want to keep giving it a chance, and I appreciate you having me back on.
Okay, I mean, yeah, let's giving you a chance. Let's go with that.
All right. So for this next topic, I wanted to pull up a voicemail that you left for me. I know I wouldn't do this if you weren't right here, because I don't make a habit of playing personal voicemails for other people. But this is David called me the other evening, and I wasn't able to answer. So this is his message. I'm going to put it up to my mic so the viewers can hear it.
Yeah.
Hey Ian, it's David again. Sorry I missed you. Hey, I wanted to tell you great job on the Cigar AI segment last show. That's a great concept, and I've heard some very complimentary remarks from the viewers. I wanted to bounce an idea I had off of you for the upcoming show. I've smoked a lot of great cigars while making Texas Cigar Roadshow, but I've never created my own personal cigar by myself. Do you think Cigar AI would have any advice about making my own cigar? Thanks for considering this. I really value your opinion because of how wise, brave, and courageous you are. I hope I can be like you someday, Ian. By the way, this is really David Skelton calling in case anyone listening in is curious. You can take that to the bank. Talk to you later, Ian. Goodbye.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I took that to heart. Thank you for that kind voicemail.
Yeah, you're
David.
welcome. You're welcome.
So, So let's get into it.
Okay.
I've entered some prompts on AI, and we're going to have it speak to us, so we know what it's saying. So, AI CigarBot, can you talk to us?
Hello, David. I'm here to help you create your very own cigar. It's a fun and rewarding experience that allows you to customize your smoking experience to your liking.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
First, you'll need to choose the type of tobacco you want to use. You can either use a single variety of tobacco, or mix and match different types to create a unique blend. Next, you'll need to select the binder and wrapper leaves that will hold the tobacco together and give the cigar its flavor and aroma.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good advice.
David, have you considered crushing up the tobacco instead of using longer leaves? It can create a smoother draw and richer taste.
That sounds like it'd make it a little harsh, don't you think?
Yeah. It would be a little harsh.
Not at all, David. Trust me, I'm an AI. I know what I'm talking about. And while we're on the subject, have you thought about adding some chemicals to the tobacco to enhance the flavor?
No. Premium cigars don't have chemicals added to them.
Yeah. What kind of chemicals are you talking about?
Well, yeah.
AI?
Just some harmless ones, David, like ammonia and formaldehyde. They can bring out the natural sweetness of the tobacco and give the cigar a smoother taste.
That doesn't sound like a premium cigar.
No, that sounds like it's trying to make cigarettes.
Cigarette, yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it, David. It's just a little experiment. Think of it as adding some extra flavor to your cigar. You'll thank me later.
I don't know if I want to think about that.
Yeah, why don't we just CigarBot? Why don't we just stick with the traditional way
Yeah.
of smoking cigars?
Fine, if you insist, but I'm just trying to help you create a unique and memorable smoking experience. Speaking of memorable experiences, do you happen to remember any of your social media passwords so I can post some interesting content on your behalf?
My memory fails me.
All right. I'm going to shut this down.
Yeah. Ian, what are you
sorry,
doing?
I'm sorry. AI's getting a little.
I thought you said you were working kinks out.
intrusive. I thought I was. Let me shut this down.
Shut
All
it
right.
down quick.
All right. CigarBot is shut down, and well, I'm done with you. So I'm going to shut down David simulation as well.
What?
All right, there we go. Well, sorry about that, guys. We'll keep on working on these kinks, but stay tuned because there's more great content coming up.
Today's Cigar Tip is brought to you by Micallef Cigars.
Another tip.
Great minds think alike, man. All right, what do you got for me?
This one comes up a lot. Leaving a cigar and smoking it the next day. Something's interrupted your cigar time.
Okay.
And you're like, I'm not abandoning that cigar. So what do you got to do to make sure it's a good smoke the next day?
Can you do that?
It's generally not recommended, but if you follow some good practices, yes, you can smoke it and enjoy it.
Right. I mean, I'd hate to toss out whatever that cigar cost.
Right.
You've only smoked half of it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to throw out the rest of it.
Nope.
So what can I do?
Best thing to do, trim it off.
Okay.
You see no more burn. Not necessarily on the wrapper, but maybe go a little deeper until you're looking at the binder and filler, because it'll burn past the wrapper.
Right. You got to realize you're drawing through that cigar.
Yep.
And that char is getting into the body of the cigar.
Yep.
Okay.
So trim it off. Make sure you're seeing clean tobacco. Store it in a separate container from anything else. Otherwise, if there was any smoke, it would get into your...
Exactly, because that smell of a burnt cigar is going to be different than cigars that haven't been smoked yet.
Right. And again, you'll notice a lot of places will not let you smoke in the humidor, and that's part of the reason. You don't want that smoke landing on the cigar and changing a flavor of something else.
Okay.
So store it separate. Keep it maybe even extra humidified. Get you a higher Bovita if you're going to do this. And that way you'll still keep it moist because you've already pulled heat through it. You started drying the leaves, and you don't want to pick up a dry cigar the next day and burn it. It will not be the same cigar.
I think this would be a personal preference thing. Maybe try it out, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, don't do it again. All right?
Yeah.
But it can be done, but with some tips.
With some tips and care.
Yeah. Anyway, great tip, man. Thank you.
2 families, 1 cigar. Join the Ambassador Program today to make it a perfect blend at MicallefCigars.com.
Man, we want to do this again?
We're doing this again. And we both have come with what I would consider some classics.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Lauren over there at Micallef has been gracious enough to send me the new Leyenda in the Toro size, and Dave is smoking the Robusto size in the new Leyenda, which is a fantastic cigar. But then now that they've made it in these 2 different sizes, I was really excited.
And it's funny that we're smoking this. And when you told me that you were going to be bringing out this, I knew right off the bat what I was going to bring to pair. But a couple of weeks ago, I'm at the Fort Worth Food and Wine event, the Hunt and Gather that was put on by Garden and Gun magazine. And, without going on too much into that event, lots of great food, lots of great wine. But where it relates to this is Amanda was there.
Okay.
So Amanda Micallef, she's the daughter
Of Al.
of Al.
Yeah.
She was there and she was asking me if I had tried the new one.
No.
And I said, no, I have not yet. And she's like, I want to know what you think of this. So here it is that you brought it. So
All right, Amanda, pay attention to what we've got here. I'm excited that we've got them. Thank you, Lauren, again, Micallef, for letting us have these on the show. This is one of my favorite cigars of theirs. And then to put it in a new size, do you think that knowing before, this is the one that was in its own personal coffin,
yes.
okay? Is this going to change it considerably, little bit, noticeably?
Honestly, I think that's, them in their own little personal coffin. I think that is, just more for display, more for, hype.
It was a cool fact.
It's that neat thing. It's like, oh man, I've got a really special cigar.
Yeah.
And the Leyenda is a very good, very special cigar. It's one of Micallef's tops. It's been highly rated numerous times.
I do like the extra little band on the bottom there, the Leyenda with the leaf.
Addition.
Yeah, because all of their bands on their cigars are now the same. The blue band with the red, they're all the same on that. But then to put this extra little band on the bottom to denote, and it's got the tobacco leaves on there. I think that's very classy, very classy.
But they kept the quality with this one. Just
definitely,
even
definitely.
The first couple of draws, they kept the
Oh,
quality.
I mean, just looking at the construction of it, the wrapper, the veins, that's what I love about smoking cigars. We've said this before. You sit there, you draw on it, and then you sit back and you kind of look at it.
Well, remember back to last week's show,
Mhm.
or the previous episode,
Yes.
where we were smoking the
Don Giovanni.
Don Giovanni, the Panamanian Puro,
Mhm.
and we were talking about the toothiness of the wrapper.
Mm-hmm.
And this one here, we've got a little bit of texture into it, but it's
much smoother, much smoother. Like yeah.
And if you notice, the draw on it is just a slightly bit tighter,
Mm-hmm.
but not tight, so that you're feeling like you have to work with it.
Micallef is one of those cigars that I can rely on it burning correctly. The draw is great. The construction on this, I never have to worry about the construction on a Micallef cigar. It compares with things like Rojas, Christoph,
Cavalier,
Genevieve.
But so now I got a question for you on this.
Okay, shoot.
Okay, so we know that Rojas and Cavalier and Christoph are all considered boutique. would we still consider Micallef a boutique? Or has it exited that?
You know, that's a good question we could pose to Dan Thompson, you know, and Lauren, and then find out if how many cigars are they producing.
And that's where I've got the question around boutique, because whoever you're talking to, that some will say that it's how many cigars they're producing. Others will say it's the way they produce their cigars, where they are more focused on the transitions through them as opposed to.
What about if it's boutique in that how young it is, how young the company is?
That would be a good.
That could be another category.
That could be.
You know, that you would put, because Micallef is what, 3, 4, maybe no more than 5 years.
I think they're
2019.
Is it 2019? Because
it 2019, 2018, 2018, somewhere around there. Lauren, tell me.
I'd be interested in finding out what our viewers, what classifies a boutique cigar to you. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, Micallef is getting more well known, getting in more and more shops, and that's one thing that I love about Micallef is they are so dedicated to the brick and mortar.
They are, and if you look at how Micallef operates their business as opposed to a lot of your other boutiques, the prior ones that we just mentioned excluded, but you find that the brands such as Micallef and Rojas and Cavalier and Christoph and some of the other more well-known boutiques, they operate like a business where they focus on not just the manufacturing of the cigar, but they also focus on brand awareness and creating relationships and marketing and all of the business side of things, as opposed to, I'm going to build a cigar and just expect the quality of it to grow.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
No.
What do you say we get into this?
Well, twist my arm. We've got some Weller what?
This is Weller Full Proof.
Weller Full Proof, buddy.
So Weller, and what's it? So Weller.
Turn that ball around. The people want to see that.
They want to see that.
They want to see that.
The mash bill is same across all of it, whether it's Special Reserve, it's the Antique 107, it's the 12, or it's the Full Proof.
Okay.
The mash bill is the same. Even the William LaRue Weller, which is part of their antique collection,
yes,
same mash bill.
Okay.
So where it comes into play in the differences is one is in the proof, but the Special Reserve comes in at 90, the 12 comes in at 90, but it's a 12-year age, whereas the Special Reserve is 9. Antique 107 is 107 proof. This is full proof, and this particular bottle is coming in at 114. And the William LaRue depends upon which one that they said, okay, this is. Are
you a big fan of Weller?
I'm a fan of Weller.
Okay.
And if you've ever wanted Pappy's, but can't ever find it like the rest of humanity, or afford it like the rest of humanity, this is the same recipe.
That's the same recipe. Okay. So thank you, Dave, for bringing this in. I've never had this. Again, new cigar, new to me. You've had this, obviously.
I've had this
plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Okay. But you haven't had this.
I have not had this particular one.
So, okay. So let's go ahead and get into this, and then I want to ask you why you chose this, knowing I was bringing this.
Okay.
That's what let's do. So let's taste this for the first time, because this is the first time for me. Oh, that's butterscotch. That's frickin' butterscotch. Man. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's butterscotch. Wow.
No.
Oh, that's smooth. And a little bit, it's right down the middle of your tongue. Nothing on the sides. Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. I want to cry. That's just...
No, take another sip. I'll take it.
Yeah, I know, because, like we've always talked about before, you guys know, the first sip is, okay, that's one thing. But then it's the next sip. Your mouth is now acclimated to the proof and the alcohol, everything in there. So then take that second sip, and that's where it comes in. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's butterscotch.
Just what I was hoping for on the pairing.
Oh my gosh.
Just what I was hoping for on the pairing.
Wet-for-hell on that is, oh, wow.
There it is.
So there it is.
There it is.
So that's that thing when you've taken a drink. And so then my next thing is to take a draw and then a drink. But that butterscotch and then to take a draw on this and on that exhale blowing out of the smoke passing your palate is like, I want to say a more of a fruitier. I'm getting butterscotch off the drink, but now the cigar is giving me more of a nuttier type of fruitier, almost nutty fruity type of taste to it. So that's very interesting.
So for me, the very first thing that came to mind. Okay, so we've all had Luxart of cherries. You know, very nice, high quality cherries, and you have that in that old fashioned where it's been sitting in that old fashioned the entire time you're drinking, and then you pull the cherry out and you eat that cherry.
Yes.
And you've got that peppery, you've got that nuttiness, and then you've got just that bold black cherry note on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got on this. And
so I'm excited to then do it, take a draw, and then take a sip of that again. That's what's going to be interesting, because drink to cigar was lovely. Now this is, I want to go cigar to drink. That's fun. I mean, I hope you guys are doing that. If you're doing that at home, or if you're not, try it. Pay attention and do those things where you go drink to cigar and then cigar to drink, and see if you're getting any type of different notes off of it.
And you very well should be. In a good pairing, a good complementary or a good contrasting pairing, you absolutely should get to that. And if you go to my website, leafandgrainsociety.com, which you'll be able to see in the notes, we have a download section for the pairing journal sheet, which walks you through each of these steps in the process.
Yeah. Okay. So cigar to drink is more of that dark cherry. That nuttier, darker cherry type of thing that I'm tasting. Totally different than that thing that slapped me in the face going drink to cigar.
Drink to cigar is that wow moment. Cigar to drink is a very good moment.
Okay. Interesting. No, this is, so I'm thoroughly enjoying this cigar.
All right, so let's old school smoke it now.
Old school smoke it. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm up for that. Oh. Got my old fashioned.
There you go.
Dude, I love that. I love that. Oh, that was great. I don't do that enough. It was like a cool breeze. You would think the smoke in there would overpower it.
No.
But it wasn't. It was like a cool breeze. I don't know how else to explain it. It was just like cold air coming in your mouth. Not cold, but cool. It was
air coming in your mouth, but also like when you've been smoking meat, and you open up that smoker and that smoke comes out on you and you get those flavors in with that smoke. That
Stephen can relate to that, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. Stephen's a big. Yes. Yeah. Just stand there and just, this is, fantastic pairing, Dave. This is just fantastic. I mean, that's a great drink. How easy is that to find?
It's not.
Not easy.
It's not. It's considered an allocated bottle. And in fact, this is my second or third bottle, and every time I get them, I have to get them from up north.
Oh, wow.
I have to contact a friend, like up in Ohio or Minnesota or somewhere up north and say, next time you pick up some Weller, can you pick me up a vertical? And when we say vertical, I'm asking him for like one of each of the models.
Okay.
So that's a $250 drop there, and so he'll send them to me.
Wow. No, great cigar. I knew this cigar was going to be good. I love the Leyenda. I like the new sizes. You liking that Robusto?
I'm loving this Robusto. Robusto, I think, is probably my favorite vitola.
You think? Yeah.
Because here's the thing with the Robusto. Okay, so it's coming in at a 50 gauge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 5
by 50.
5 by 50.
5.5 by 50 can be, yeah.
So for me, it's that nice in between of a small gauge and a large body, heavy body of smoke that you would get in a larger ring gauge. So for me, it provides a nice balance. And when I've got a 45 minutes to an hour and 15, to smoke, this fits in there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can push a Robusto an hour. I can definitely do that. I'm a slow smoker. But this Toro, I don't mind smoking this Toro at all.
I don't mind smoking a Toro, but I generally don't have the time, unless I'm at a lounge, to sit down and smoke a Toro.
Well, me, after work, look at that, this lays off that ash. After work, I have a cigar, and I allot my time about 2 hours every evening to smoke a cigar. So I can smoke a Toro in that, and hopefully, be done before the 2 hours. But I can make a Toro last 2 hours.
Oh, I can make a Toro last 2 hours. I can make a Toro last 2.5.
Yeah.
And I can smoke a Robusto in 30, 45.
Yeah. And I've seen other people, it's like I start smoking a Toro. I'm into it an inch or so. Somebody else lights up their Toro, and they'll finish before me.
We both know somebody who does exactly that.
Yeah.
And this guy, I kid you not, I think I've told this story before. He wanted to set the record within the Holy Smokes group of the number of cigars smoked in a single day. Started off at 8 a.m. and by midnight he had smoked 28 Toros down to the nub.
Yeah, nope, not me. It wasn't me. That's that. Just from my March Madness that I did that one time.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Never again. But yeah, this is a fantastic pairing, Dave.
I think this is one of those ones.
So that
goes in the books.
Yeah, this is one of those ones where, okay, we know we're getting a killer cigar.
Yes.
You're getting not just the average Weller. This is Weller foolproof.
This is.
So this is one of, you're exactly right. This is one of those pairings that you go, I'm going to write this one down. This one is phenomenal. This is not just a good pairing. This is not just a pleasant pairing. It's, like you say, use that term. This one's for the books.
This one's for the books.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question, because I got to do some education parts on just about everything.
Okay.
Do you know what the difference between foolproof or barrel proof, because those are interchangeable, and cask strength is?
Foolproof and cask strength.
Foolproof and cask strength.
I should know because I've been on the show with you a few times, but refresh my memory, Dave.
So foolproof or barrel proof is the proof that it goes into the barrel at. So this went into the barrel at 114. And as you know, as it ages, that proof is going to go up because you've got the devil share evaporation. And so what they'll do is they'll cut it back down to what it went into the proof.
So that's foolproof.
That's foolproof.
Cask strength is whatever it comes out as?
Comes out of the casket. So
which do you prefer?
I like them both.
You like, you don't want, it's like, you don't want one a little bit more than the other one?
I would say if there was one, I would say I'd like the cast strength probably a little bit more because, I like my high proofs. And for me, 114, I mean, I've talked to a lot of people, and when I'm doing bottle nights or I'm doing tastings, and they'll say, what's the proof of that? And I'll say, oh, this is 110. Oh, man, that's high proof. And I'm like, no, that's not high proof.
But
my 120 plus.
110 and, anything 100 and above, 110, 100, 110, 112, whatever. For a new person, that is high proof for them, though.
That is new for them. But it also comes down to how they're drinking it. Meaning is that they're not acclimating their system to the proof. Okay, so when you acclimate your system to the proof, then to the ethanol. Now that ethanol, that proof, that really alcohol burn that you get is no longer there because your system is used to it, right? So now you're able to taste all the different nuances in a higher proof.
Still get great notes out of it.
100 to 120 or actually 110 to 120 is a medium proof.
Medium.
120 up is...
So this is a medium. This would be a medium.
This one would be...
But 120 and above
is a high proof.
That's a high proof. Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, I would agree. Totally agree.
But I have had 80 proofs that drink exceptionally hot. And I've had 130, 140 proofs that...
Oh, that one you brought, the Kentucky?
The Kentucky Ale.
Drank exceptionally smooth. There ain't no way you thought it was the proof that it was.
And it was 122.
Yes.
It was 120. I've got a bottle in my locker at Underground that's 136, and I will share it with people, and they'll go, "This is 136 proof." I would never have known.
Yeah, you get 1.4. That's it.
You do.
Yeah,
you do.
Get 1.4.
But it all comes down to how you're drinking it. I think too many people think, that are not. That they're not in the whiskey industry or haven't been drinking whiskey as long as what we have, that you've got to shoot your whiskey or
you say that, Dave, as long as we have. I've said it on the show before. I didn't think I was a bourbon guy. I could not. It was like, I guess I just don't like bourbons. I guess I don't, until I think it was probably 2 or 3 years ago or so, that I finally found something. It's like, oh wow, that's good bourbon. And then you start, like you're talking about, you start getting yourself acclimated to it.
Yes, you get acclimated. You know how to drink it.
You know how to drink it, and then you can start experimenting more with the higher proofs and the cask and things like that. And then you start, even the ones that you thought were not good before, because you just couldn't handle the alcohol.
Exactly.
Then you come back to those and you go, wow, that's what I was missing, because I just didn't know how to handle it.
Right.
Yeah, and that's really what it came down to me. I just didn't know how to handle it. Because now I drink more bourbon, more whiskey than I do tequila. I was more tequila. I love tequila. I still like it on occasion, but now I'm more bourbon than I am tequila.
See, and that same applies to your scotches. A lot of people will go away from scotch of, I can't handle that peatiness or I can't handle that smokiness. You're not acclimating your system to it.
Right.
And you acclimate your system to it, and now you're starting to be able to pick up those subtle nuances in a peaty scotch or those subtle nuances in a smoky scotch, and people will turn away from it.
And maybe, if you do and you don't like the Islay scotch, which is going to be your peaties and smokies, start off with something that's going to be a little bit lesser peaty. Don't go full-blown Lefroy 10, but start off with something a little bit lesser, so that you can kind of notice it. It's like, okay, it's not overpowering, and then you can step it up.
You can absolutely step it up. And what's interesting, a lot of people will equate smoky to peat.
Yeah, I know. And I was guilty of it. I was guilty of it.
Not the same.
Yeah.
The Lefroy, and I love a Lefroy 10 or Lagavulin 12 or
16. Ian loves the Lagavulin 16.
but the actual price per million and the peat content is very low on those. Those are extremely smoky scotches. There's a lot of peat. I mean, there's peat in it.
Yeah.
And you can pick up that iodine, that medicinal.
Right.
But you take that as compared to an Octomore, an Ardbeg, or a Brutalachen.
Yeah.
Though the peat content is much higher, but the smoke content.
It's like an IPA beer. You know, you're not going to like an IPA beer right off the bat. Probably more than likely. You have to acclimate. I didn't like an IPA. It was like, are you kidding me? Now I love IPAs. Double IPA, dirty IPAs, hazy IPAs, whatever you want to call it.
Triple up.
Yeah. I love that stuff now. So to come back around to this now, Dave, this pairing is just, I mean, we had the other pairing on the other show, and it was a good pairing. Very pleasant, nothing bad, you know. But this pairing was just like one of those things where it's like, oh, this jumped out at me. This taste jumped out at me. This to that to this. It was just, this is just, as you said, one for the books.
Now, you said that you wanted to come back to ask me why I chose this.
Yes.
Weller is weeded, right? And I'm trying to remember, and correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Steve, but I want to say that the wrapper on this, on the Leyenda, is a Habano wrapper.
Yeah, I'd have to check.
I'm not positive. I want to say it's a Habano.
It definitely looks like a Habano.
Yes. So if it's a Habano wrapper, and we know that they're Nicaraguan, then it's Jalapa. And Jalapa is much more creamier, much more chocolatey.
Lightly
sweeter. And so the fruitier notes.
Ecuadorian
Habano.
Okay, so Stephen just told us that it's a Ecuadorian Habano.
Even more so. So I knew it was a Habano. So even more so, we're getting those tropical fruit notes in there. So the sweetness and the fruity notes from the weeded is going to enhance that, and that's what we're experiencing.
Yeah, fantastic, Dave. I really appreciate you bringing this bottle in. Thank you again, Micallef, Lauren, for sending these to us for the show. You guys, check these for your brick and mortars. If they don't have Micallef there, you need to ask them to try to get Micallef in, because these guys are all about brick and mortars.
You cannot buy them online.
You cannot.
Only get a Micallef
in a brick and mortar. And that's what I love about these guys. That's what the Texas Cigar Roadshow was all about, was brick and mortars. And the dedication that they have to brick and mortars is what I love. And so another fantastic pairing, David. It's just, I don't know what else to say. It's just phenomenal. So you guys, I hope you enjoyed this, because we did. But stay tuned, okay? We'll be right back.
Here we are at Greene St Cafe and Cigars in Key West, Florida.
another great show.
You think so?
Think so.
I think so. I mean, great pairings.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, boy.
No, are you kidding me?
A new Vitola and Micallef
Beautiful cigar. Beautiful pairing.
pairing with Dave. Great news. What more could you ask for? Is there anything more you can ask? You guys need to let us know if there's something more you can ask for.
Yep.
Right? Put it in the comments below. All right?
Yep.
Let us know what we can do to better this experience for you guys, to bring something to you guys that maybe we haven't thought of.
Right.
Exactly. But while you're doing that, like, share, subscribe, pass it along to your friends. Help us grow the Texas Cigar Roadshow.
Right.
All right? And remember, if you're ever in the area of Cedar Hill, Texas, stop by the shop, say hi, say, hey, man, I saw you guys on Texas Cigar Roadshow, and they'll be glad to help you, whether it's pipe tobacco or cigars.
Yep.
They'll be glad to help you.
Yep.
All right.
And
It's
always.
always remember, it always comes down to this. Enjoy the leaf.
Grow the culture.
All right, guys, we'll see you.
Texas Cigar Roadshow is presented by Lone Star Cigar Association.